Justin, let's talk about fame for a moment. I know you've had more eyes on you than you probably bargained for. I mean, you hit stardom at what, 13? That's a lot of pressure. I didn't even start my ministry until I was 30, and even then I was riding around on a donkey, not in a Lamborghini. You can imagine the contrast. Look, fame's a tricky thing. It's like being given a microphone in the middle of a crowded room. But the thing is, not everyone who hears you is clapping. You know that better than most, right? There's always someone out there waiting for you to slip, waiting to throw shade, or worse, tweet about it. But here's the thing, Justin. Fame doesn't define who you are. It's just noise around you. Fame can lift you up, sure, but it can also weigh you down if you let it. Now let's be real for a second. Fame has a way of messing with your head, doesn't it? All those followers on social media, the flashing lights, the front page headlines. It can make you feel like you're the king of the world. But Justin, I've got to remind you, there's only room for one king, and I've kind of got that covered. But seriously, fame is fleeting. Today, it's screaming fans and #1 hits. Tomorrow, it could be silence. 1 minute, you're on top of the world, and the next, people are obsessed with the next trending thing. And that's why you need to anchor yourself in something bigger than the spotlight. I walked on water, sure, but you're not expected to do that. What you need to do is walk with purpose no matter what stage you're on. Fame might give you a stage, but it's your heart that writes the script. Now let's talk about something we both know well. Humility. You've been in the spotlight for so long, Justin. It's probably easy to forget what that feels like. And I get it. Sometimes fame feels like a wave, and you're just trying not to drown. But here's the thing. Humility is what keeps you from getting swept away. Remember when you, egged your neighbor's house? Yeah, we all remember. Not your finest moment, but hey, who hasn't made mistakes? The point is, Justin, you can't let the moments of pride or the stumbles of your past define your future. The greatest among you will be your servant. That's what I said back then, and it's still true now. It's not about how many fans you've got, but how many people you've lifted up. Humility is not about thinking less of yourself. It's about thinking of yourself less. And I know that sounds tricky when you've got crowds cheering your name, but trust me, it's the only way to stay grounded. You've been given a gift, one of music, talent, and influence. But remember, those gifts aren't just for you. They're for everyone you meet, everyone who listens. Your job isn't just to shine under the spotlight, but to reflect that light onto others. You don't need to be the center of attention. You need to be the reason others find their worth. And trust me, when you embrace humility, people notice. It's a power stronger than any chart-topping single. Humility allows you to rise without stepping on anyone else. It lets you lead by example, not just by title. You want to know who the greatest ones are, Justin? They're the ones who serve. Think about that next time you're on stage. You're not just singing for the fame, you're leading those who listen. And let's talk about that crowd of followers. I'm not saying you've got to give up social media. Hey, I didn't have Instagram, but I imagine walking around with 12 disciples was kind of like my version of it. They followed me wherever I went, always asking questions, sometimes taking selfies, I bet, if they had the chance. But be careful not to get caught up in all that. Because let me tell you, when you start living for likes, you stop living for love. You've got a massive influence, Justin. But that influence is a tool, not a treasure. Use it wisely. Fame's not meant to be a crown, it's a calling. And that calling? It's to serve others, to spread love, to lift people up, not just to lift yourself higher. Now I get it. Staying humble when you're surrounded by fame and fortune, it's easier said than done. You're performing in front of sold-out arenas, and I had a crowd of fishermen and tax collectors. But here's the deal. It doesn't matter if it's 12 followers or 100 million. The principle is the same. Fame is fleeting, but what you do with your influence, that's where the real legacy lies. You've got the stage, Justin, but what kind of message are you delivering? You've got the platform, but how are you using it? So here's my advice. Stay humble. Keep your feet on the ground, even when your name's in lights. Serve others, not just your own image. Fame is temporary, but the impact you can have, that's eternal. And don't forget, the higher you climb, the more important it is to remember where you started. You were given this life for a reason, Justin. Make it count, not by collecting trophies, but by collecting moments where you've changed lives. You've got everything you need. Now use it for something bigger than yourself. Justin, let's talk about influence. Now, you know I had my fair share of crowds listening to what I had to say. But let's be honest, you've got a bit of a leg up in this department. You've got what? 100 million followers? I had 12 really loyal guys, and even one of them didn't quite stick around. But here's the thing. Influence isn't about the numbers. It's about what you do with it. You're sitting on a platform that can change lives. Think about that for a second. Your voice, it carries. Every tweet, every post, every song, it reaches millions. That's not just power, Justin. That's responsibility. Now, I'm not saying you've got to start quoting the Bible in your songs, though I wouldn't be against it. But you've got to realize the weight of your words. Your fans, they hang on to them. They follow your lead. And that means you've got a choice. You can either lift them up or leave them stranded. Think of it this way. You've got the chance to use your influence like I used the Sermon on the Mount. You've got a bigger crowd, Justin. Way bigger. And you don't have to preach from a hilltop. You've got TikTok, Instagram, and a global audience. But what's the message, my friend? What are you telling them? Now, I know fame can feel like it's all about you. Trust me, I know. People were always looking to make me a king when that wasn't my purpose at all. But the real power of influence isn't in how many people are cheering for you. It's in how many lives you touch, how many hearts you change. You've got the stage, Justin, but don't just entertain them. Lead them. Use that influence to make the world a little better. One post, one song, one moment at a time. Let me put it another way. Ever heard the phrase, "To whom much is given, much is required"? Yeah, that's one of mine. And let's be honest, Justin, you've been given a lot. Talent, fame, wealth, you've got it all. But all that, it comes with responsibility. The people listening to you, they're looking for something. Some of them are looking for a role model, someone to show them the way. And that's where you come in. You can be that example. But here's the catch. Influence is a double-edged sword. You can build people up or tear them down with the same breath. You've seen it, I'm sure. One wrong move, one bad headline, and the world's quick to tear you apart. But you've also got the power to set things right. Your fans, they'll follow your lead. So lead them toward something good. Show them what it means to live with purpose, to care about more than just the fame and fortune. Show them what it looks like to give back, to love your neighbor, to stand for something bigger than yourself. And trust me, you don't have to be perfect. Believe me, I've seen your mistakes. You know, the ones splashed all over the tabloids. And yeah, I saw the time you walked off stage because the crowd wasn't listening. But here's the thing, Justin. It's not about never making mistakes. It's about owning them, learning from them, and using them to grow. Your influence isn't about being flawless. It's about being real, being honest, The world doesn't need another perfect star. They need someone who's willing to admit when they're wrong and then do better. And let's talk about your music for a second. You've got a gift, no doubt about it. But music? It's more than just a beat and a hook. It's a message. Every lyric you sing, it's planting seeds in the hearts of your listeners. What kind of seeds are you planting, Justin? Are you giving them hope? Or are you feeding into the same empty fame that so many others do? You've got a chance to be different. You've got a chance to use your platform to inspire, to uplift, to give people something to hold on to when life gets hard. And don't worry, I'm not saying every song has to be a hymn, but think about the impact your music can have. Think about how one song can change someone's life, how it can be a source of comfort, strength, or even joy. That's the power of influence. It's not just about the fame, Justin. It's about the lives you touch, the hearts you move. That's what matters. So here's my advice. Use your influence wisely. Don't just collect followers, guide them. Don't just entertain, inspire. Don't just chase the charts. Chase something that lasts. Fame is fleeting, but the impact you can have on people's lives, that's eternal. You've got the power, Justin. Use it for something that matters.